blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, we have, two of our 5 states we got to get through. We have annual permit for. Our script started just a little bit easier. So we're going to be stopping in Mount Pleasant. And depending on what the fuel price is in Mount Pleasant versus somewhere down in Missouri, I may go ahead and top my fuel off right there.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto County Route D38 toward Gilbertville. Turn at the first right onto County Route D38 toward Gilbertville.
It is. I mean, I wish the clouds weren't around. I had some nice sun yesterday.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto I-380 toward Cedar.
But today we got this hazy, thin high cloud. I mean, the sun's coming through, but it's not really shining.
Turn left onto I-380 toward Cedar Rapids.
But sometimes you can't do a thing about it. Doing it, right? So it's been a little while since I've been in Alabama, but I was looking forward to that load
highway onto I-380
going to Florida, but it was longer miles. I ain't been down there well over a year. Oh well, that's why it's called work and not super happy fun time. You got to do what you got to do, not what you want to do.
Okay, anytime, buddy.
Like I said, we made our delivery yesterday in River Falls, Wisconsin at 6 o'clock p.m. A bit later than I wanted to deliver, but at least I got it off yesterday. So I'm kind of happy about that. I drove for another 2 hours or so. To get down to Waterloo, because like I said, I was anticipating picking up that load going to Florida. Turns out, we're not going to Florida, we're only going to Alabama. But last night, I was trying to get to Lime Springs, Iowa, which is right over the border on US 63, past Chester, which is not too far, it's about half an hour away from company headquarters in Grand Meadow, Minnesota. I had very little time left. And, I said, well, I can try to get there, get a place to park. So when I got down to my main turn, I said, well, it's only a couple miles over here to the east, to the west, to company headquarters. I'm guaranteed to have a parking spot. So I went over there. So 9 p.m. I got shut down at company headquarters. I did precisely 10 hours on the clock for my overnight to reset my clock. So 7 a.m. my day was done. My day was started. Did my pre-trip, checked my lights, tires, electrical lines, all my lights, blah blah blah. My mirrors, the frame, the trailer, checked everything. Rolled out as soon as I possibly could have. And just about 10 minutes before I got to Waterloo, I got my load. I pulled, I found out I wasn't going to Florida, I was going to Alabama. Got to the John Deere factory instead of our drop yard. Wrote up my bill of lading. Went in and did my checklist, or my check-in. Came back out of the truck, got the banner and the flags mounted on the front of the truck. And then they came over to CB saying, hey, go ahead, go over and get loaded. So went right over to the corner and got myself loaded, got myself in place and broke the trailer apart, got loaded, got chained down, flagged up, did my paperwork, got that signed up and out of there. Went to the Flying J there in Evansdale. Went there, confirmed the measurement of my height, because over there, it's not exactly the most level place. I mean, that's concrete, but it's not exactly the most level. So I went over to the Pilot Flying J, where I know it's a lot more level, it's a lot more reliable. Sent off my tickets and get a quick tighten up of anything that needed to be tightened. Did my permit request for Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. This guy's being going a lot slower than he needs to be, going on his flashers all the time. Like I said, we got that sit off, we got our security picture sit off, so we are good to go. Like I said, this is I-380. Yeah, okay, that's open. Into the way station. I think this is probably the first time I've ever actually been into this way station. As many times I go up and down this road, I mean 3-4 times a month sometimes. I'll say 3 times a month minimum. This is the very first time that I've actually been into this way station. Normally it's not open for me, or I've had a bypass. Roll down our window here.
Weight violation. Way station ahead.
Weight violation in the way station. Ah, that's rich. That is rich. All right, we got a scale ticket when we were at the Pilot Flying J. We are legal. Turn that off. I don't have that turn signal on anymore. That guy's got to park. Gonna watch signboard here. Proceed, proceed, proceed. Didn't tell me to pull into the back, so we are gonna roll. Yeah, it's a little bit of a waste of time, but if you're doing everything correctly, what's the problem? I mean, so I lost a minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. That's just part of doing the job. That red flatbed that was on the truck before me, he was carrying a load of shingles. I mean, I definitely can say he was heavier than I was, or am. Maybe he's a little bit over on one of his actions. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have his IFTA sticker on. Maybe there's something going on with his registration or insurance or something. Who knows? Maybe he's got a bad score, so they want to bring him in to check him out. We have a good score at this company. I have a good score as far as inspections and weigh stations and all that. So I don't worry about it. I just look at it as a nuisance. I mean, with the blitz going on right now, these weigh stations are normally, like I said, I've rarely had these two weigh stations here open at all. So, it's never really that big of a deal to me, You want me to look at my paperwork? Fine. I'll see if I can. And you're only wasting time, All right, Brandon, Iowa. Like I said, we're going to get down here through Cedar Rapids. And then down to Iowa City. We'll cross over I-80. Stay on Iowa 27, which is where we're on now as well. We're just going to follow that all the way south to Missouri. US 61, I-57, I-24, or I-70, 64, 57, 24. We're bebopping our way, wriggling our way south. Let's see what this says here. So Iowa 27, Missouri 27, US 61, I-70, and then into Illinois. I-64, I-57, I-24 into Kentucky, I-24 into Tennessee, I-40, I-65, down on into Alabama. A fairly easy run. I mean, it's not a difficult drive. Let's see, we got 742 miles on the straightest way, the fastest way, the shortest way down there. So about an hour and a half, we'll get to Mount Pleasant. We'll stop there, probably do fuel in Mount Pleasant. But we'll see, I mean, a little bit further south might be better, depending on, if the fuel is a little bit cheaper in Missouri. May just go down into Missouri and fuel up somewhere in there. And I really don't want to be filling up near Mount Vernon, Marion. I really don't want to be fueling up in Illinois because it's Illinois. I just don't care for it. Excuse me. But, you know, we'll just do what we got to do. I just wish this hazy cloud up there would just burn away. You know, bring some real sunshine. All right, so around 1:45, we'll get down here to Mount Pleasant. Sun's going to be setting around 7 to 8 o'clock, something like that. Well, here near Brandon, it's saying, you know, about 8:24. So we're going to look around 8:30-ish. Wherever we're going to be, we'll have to shut down a half an hour after sunrise, so up to 9 o'clock. And I got 8 hours and 45 minutes on the day. We have more drive time than that. So let's see. 5 hours at 65 miles an hour. 380 miles. 400 miles more to go. So at least another 300 miles after we get to Mount Pleasant here. Yeah, that won't be too bad of a run for today. That's approaching halfway, roughly. And then of course, you know, get the rest of the distance tomorrow by 1 p.m., 2 p.m. at the latest down there. And if we have something that is really close that I can go pick up and get on the truck by the end of the day, that would be excellent. I mean, a nice run up to Missoula, Montana, you know, that'd be great. Which is why I was kind of looking forward to the load that I didn't get, going down to Lake Okeechobee in Florida, because almost no matter where I went to after that, it was going to be a good amount of miles. But unfortunately, that kind of didn't happen. Yeah, well, that's the nature of business, nature of trucking. You know, we have the load, we just don't know if it's available to be taken. You know, it may be sitting at our drop yard. But it's not actually been released. can't put it on another truck and get it moving down the road. That's just the way it be. But we're just going to roll along here nice and easy. So we're just cruising along 70 miles an hour, just about 1,500 RPM. Position 4 on the gear shift. Selector up, splitter forward. We are seeing an 8 high, which is basically 18th gear. Got the cruise control set. We got our Jake brakes on. We got a little over 5/8 tank of DEF. Half tank of diesel. Volts are good. Coolant's good. Oil pressure good. Primary air tank, good. Secondary air tank, good. Oil temperature, we're just around 225. Front axle, a little over 150. Air filter is at 0. Transmission temp about 180, 181, 182. Normal boost on the turbo. Rear axle is a little under 150. Amps, looking about what? Under 25 amps. Fuel filter is about 3.5. No smoke rolling out from any of the wheels or axles, or from the engine, or from the transmission. Nothing's grinding, nothing's whining, nothing's on fire, nothing's leaking. Nobody's yelling at me on the CB, telling me that something's flapping, or something's falling off, or something's loose. We looked okay at the weigh station, so no problems. Like I said, we got our Iowa permit, annual permit. We have an annual permit for Missouri, so we can keep rolling all the way down to the border of Illinois. So by that time, we need to have an Illinois permit, and hopefully our Kentucky, our Tennessee, and our Alabama permit all at the same time. And hopefully either Alabama, Tennessee, or Kentucky will give me a annual permit as well. Illinois is not going to give me an annual permit. They, for some reason, they don't like doing that. But because we are carrying an implement of husbandry, a farm tractor, we don't need a permit in Illinois. We're not excessively tall, we're not excessively wide, we're not excessively long or heavy. So we meet all the parameters for being exempt from a permit in Illinois, which is actually a smart thing. At least Illinois gets that right. Okay, looking directly at a cell phone tower and it loses connection. Brilliant. Like I said, we're going to try to, finish out the second half of today. That should get me halfway down to Alabama, because we're going to the very northern central part of Alabama, right off of I-65. All right, slow down for a construction zone here. Drop her back into 17th. Set our cruise at 55 and just let her coast. All right, so we are coming up on Robbins and then Hiawatha, which are on the north side of Cedar Rapids. Why is the police officer sitting there? I don't know. It's not like he's actually invisible, but he's running a little bit of radar, which, granted, I do wish a lot of the roads that I go on were at a bit higher speed, but at the same time, where do you need to be when you're speeding? It's always funny to see, to be driving down the road in a work zone or anywhere else, and to see some knucklehead fly past me, then a couple of miles up the road, see that they're pulled over by an officer, getting rid of for a ticket. It's like, all that speeding saved you how much time? Oh, it didn't. How many times in my driving career I've taken off from a light, from a stop sign. Some hot rod, decides he's just going to fly on past me as fast as he can. They get stopped by the next light. Here I come up, nice and easy. Don't even come to a full stop because the light turned green. I'm still doing 15, 20 miles an hour and I roll. They're having to jam on it, just get up to speed again. Then they eventually catch me speeding, pass me, get caught by the exact next by the next light, and the same thing happens again. I roll by them nice and easy and gently. I haven't even shifted my truck. I've used 2 gears. He's used 5 of them. You know, plus he's used his brakes. I haven't even touched my brakes once. And, you know, it's just funny to see that. You know, where do you need to be? I don't understand it a lot. You know, it's like, how much time do you think you're saving? You know? And when I worked at Pizza Hut there in Baltimore, I would tell the drivers at my branch, do not speed. Do not go fast. You are not saving yourself any time. We had one guy, let's see, this was 1992. I think it was September. Yeah, I think it was September 1992. It was a weekend, it was kind of busy. I'm going to call the guy Tim, just for the sake of giving him a name. He was given 4 pizzas. And if you remember, you know, Pizza Hut, you know, early 90s, they had a pizza called the Bigfoot. You know, it was like a foot across, 2 foot long, big old rectangle. You had 2 of those. You had a medium, supreme, or some crap like that. And he had another one, you know, I forget what it was, but he had another pizza with him. Some Cokes, a salad, you know, napkins, forks, knives, all the accessories, whatnot. And he had all the time in the world. The order was taken, all 4 pizzas were made, and out of the oven, into a box, into a hot bag, all inside of 10 minutes. All of his pizzas were in the same neighborhood. Like, the neighborhood has maybe 15 streets.
Speed limit reduced.
Something around 15 streets in that one particular neighborhood. You do this one, this one, this one, and this one. In that order. Bing, bang, boom. You don't have to make any turns. You know, besides a right-hand turn, you don't have to worry about too many stoplights and all that jazz. But he raced out the door. He went right up to the corner of the building, make a left-hand turn. The stop sign right there coming out of the little shopping center. Pizza Hut was on the very end. The restaurant was on the front. The delivery section, which I was at, was on the back. Set on a little bit of a rise. He went out, made a right-hand turn on Dogwood Road out to Rolling Road. He made a left. We could hear his tires doing a burnout from the stoplight, making a left-hand turn to go down to Security Boulevard, down Rolling Road, south on Rolling Road. And right after we heard that, we heard the sirens for the police officer, you know, going off to, you know, get this, to pull this guy over. Southbound, right side, 25. Well, you know, we had another driver at the same time have a flat tire on his car. You know, he had already made his deliveries, but he had a flat tire. So, you know, I got in my vehicle to go make a delivery because all the other delivery drivers were out, and we had a couple of pies, you know, running late. You know, they were already at 20 minutes, and we wanted to get there within that half an hour. You know. Well, as I got my stuff, got in the little pickup I was driving, you know, and went out the same way he did, made my left and drove down. This is like 5 minutes later, after we heard the peel out and the siren, and I passed him, and I'm looking at him. He looked right at me. So now all the pizzas that he had that were all going to be on time are now going to be late because he wanted to go faster than what he needed to. I got to get there. Got to get my extra $1 tip, extra 45-cent tip. No, we had 2 call-ins from the deliveries that he had for being half an hour late. We gave out a free pizza and a coupon for $5 off the next time, the next order. And I had to have a little sit down saying, you know, why were you speeding? Why were you being unsafe? Where did you need to be at, you know? So I've never gotten out of that mentality of where do you need to be? It's only a pizza. It's only a tractor on this truck. Nobody's life is dependent on me getting this there as fast as possible. You know, I'm not transporting organs, going to a hospital for some sick child. If I'm there tomorrow, outstanding. If something happens and I'm there on Friday, is that a problem? If something really happens and I don't get there till Monday, is that really a problem? So when I come into Cedar Rapids here, going right through basically downtown over the river, do I need to be going faster than 55 miles an hour? Absolutely not. And here we got this Ford Flex over here. This driver sees the 55 mile an hour sign. Lives in Ohio, lives in this area, understands the rules of the road, yet chooses to break them anyway because apparently they got somewhere to be. This guy right here, this Toyota Avalon, again, where do you need to be? This Ford pickup just about to pass me. Where are you going? Where do you need to be? You can't all need to be going to the hospital. If you are, you missed it because it's right here on the left-hand side. You get off at this exit and you turn in. There's nowhere you people got to be. Now here's another guy. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I mean, I've come through Cedar Rapids a couple times, and I've had people in their little Nissan Sentras and Maximas and, you know, little Hyundais and Toyotas and whatnot flying down the road 80 miles an hour through town, right here. I don't get it. See, it says photo enforced, but that's just recent. See this little box up here above the exit 35-mile-an-hour sign? Those little oval, rounded over boxes right there? Those are the speed cameras.
Keep left onto I-380 toward US 218 South.
Those speed cameras right. And people, knowing that it's photo enforced, break the law anyway. They don't really care. I guess they got enough money to pay for it.
Approaching Hope Railroad Crossing.
Oh well. All right, we got about 71 miles. Down to Mount Pleasant. We're going to stay on I-27, or Iowa 27, all the way down to the Missouri border. We're going to get all the way down into onto I-64, in through the southern tip of Illinois. Then we'll come out on I-24 into Paducah, Kentucky. Then to Nashville. I-65, we'll take that south down towards Huntsville, Alabama, in that direction, and we'll be stopping in Athens to make this delivery. See, lady, if you weren't speeding, you wouldn't have to change lanes again, because I'm doing the speed limit, you're speeding. I had the right of way, I was in front of you, I had enough room.
Onto I-380 toward US 218 South.
Ah, people. All right. Oh well.
Hang on, he's having parked next to that lumber crate.
So we'll head down to Athens. We'll get this John Deere 8R 280 tractor with four dual tires and a set of spacers. We'll get that delivered tomorrow. Before 2 o'clock. I should hopefully be able to have another load assigned and on my way to go get it. Before that, we will see. We got about 15 miles down here to I-80. And we're just gonna keep going straight. I-380 here will end, and we'll just continue on I-27 all the way south. Well, Crochet, we picked up at the John Deere factory in Waterloo, Iowa. We're currently on I-380 south. We just passed through Cedar Rapids. We're going down to Athens, Alabama. Southbound, right side, 14. I said, so Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. It's about 700 and, I think it said 742 miles. Something like that. Let's see what that is. Yeah, 742 miles from the Flying J in Evansdale, which is right there, you know, there at Waterloo. So that's a little bit more than a full day's drive. A little bit more than that. But we're going to try to get half of that done today. Well, just remember the way stations, you know, up here on 380, the way stations are open. They are pulling a lot of trucks in because of the blitz. So a lot of they're open both north and south. The truck that was one truck in front, or two trucks in front of me, was carrying some shingles. That guy got pulled in. There's already two trucks in the back of the way station. You know, getting their paperwork at, getting securement looked at. So Lytton. I am, man, that's one of them towns I don't know. Where's Lytton at? Let's see here. Oh, okay. Over near Sac City. Okay. Yeah, you're right off of 20. Yeah, off of US 20. Yeah, I've been through there several times. Can't say I honestly remember it. It's another one of them small Midwest towns you don't even think about. Yeah. Yeah, we pass through all these tiny little towns that most people don't even know exist. I mean, it's like yesterday, I went from, I picked up in Lee, Illinois, Picked up a John Deere tractor there. Back-roaded it, went up to Rochelle, Illinois. Got a scale ticket, got my Wisconsin permit, blah, blah, blah. Back-roaded all the way up to Wisconsin, east of Beloit. So, I went through Creston, I went through DeKalb, I went through Sycamore, Genoa, Belvedere, past Poplar Grove, Illinois. Places I have never been to, but I kind of enjoyed that ride because I like the back roads a lot more than the interstate here, than the main highway. Mount Pleasant, 62 miles. And that's where we're heading to, down to the Pilot Flying J down there. We'll probably top up our tanks there, but we'll see what kind of prices in beef stock going to North Carolina. Pick up in North Carolina a lot, over there in Kernersville. Southbound, right side, 8. So I pick up in Kernersville a lot at the factory there. Also around the corner from the factory at the Stanley Works, the Paladin works there right around the corner. I mean, the last load I had that went out to Long Beach, California.
Yo, Steve-O.
I picked up there and that was 80, I was running around 83,000 pounds. Went all the way out to California. I got stuck in, had some pretty goofy directions I had to take, because of the way permits went. Got stuck in Flagstaff because of weather. 18 inches of snow, got stuck there. A 5-day trip that took 9 that wasn't exactly fun. But I'm in North Carolina quite a bit.
Come on out if you want it.
Go ahead and bring it there, brother. I ain't gonna slow your roll. I got a long way to go. See, this guy's being courteous. This guy being nice. Hey, I'll let you out. Yeah. I got plenty of time to be where I need to be. Woodward Trucking and Excavation. And more. Yeah, just let that guy out, We're going uphill here a little bit. I can probably accelerate past this van here, but an extra minute, 2 minutes on my day ain't gonna hurt me none. Plus, there's a lot of cars behind me, a lot of four-wheelers. Let them get around us. Hey Dana, how you doing? Oh, yeah, gee, thanks, Dana. Yeah, you're off eating steak, enjoying some comfort, and the rest of us are out here suffering. Huawei, how you doing? Yeah, that's real sympathetic. That's real nice of you. You know, Jack is eating steak. I'm not. I mean, come on. Oh, well. You earned it. I'm pretty sure of that. Ah, see, that's where you lost me. I don't need cheese on my steak. I'm not a big blue cheese person anyway. I don't need cheese on my steak. No thanks. I guess I'm too much of an unrefined animal. No, just give me it. Just give me it. Medium rare to medium rare. Butter, A1 sauce, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of soy sauce. We're good to go. How is Robert? Well, let me check. We seem to be have all of our pieces. We seem to be somewhat sane. So there you go. So we're good. We're good. All right. A little under 4 miles down here to I-80. Yes, you have a piece of paper flying out the back. But like I said, you know, this is my third load. With an RGN trailer, removable gooseneck, so the trailer breaks apart. And you just drive you don't need a dock, you just drive your equipment up onto it. I'm enjoying working with this type of trailer. I mean, I got a tractor on here that I never would have been able to carry before. So, you know, I'm learning. I can't wait to get, a sprayer or, a nice big bulldozer that, I got to put the outriggers out for to, be able to load.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Getting new challenges, meeting them, conquering them. Learning how to operate this mechanical RGN, a few minutes, break it apart, put it back together a couple times in a row, learn how to be efficient with it, learn how to do it quickly and easily. Like I said, this is my third load with it. Like I said, yesterday I loaded and unloaded in the same day. So, I broke it apart twice, put it back together twice. So it's not that difficult to run this type of trailer. I've heard people say, well, it's complicated. You got to do this and you got to do that. It's like, okay, but once you learn it, big deal. Look at what you guys do. Crocheting and knitting. Purl 1, knit 2, cross over this, and loop it back 5 times, 5 stitches and whatnot. Pulling cables and all kinds of patterns. That to me is much more complicated. And even just driving a straight van trailer or loading a flatbed trailer, a step deck trailer, that's not complicated, at least to my eyes, my way of thinking. But even with having to operate this type of trailer, it's not that hard. And so once you learn it, you're good to go. Yeah, I haven't seen Josie in a while. I mean, I think the last time I popped into a live stream, let this guy get by me first. Because everybody else is in a hurry. I'm not. Alrighty, ready. Passing Coralville in Iowa City, Iowa. So now this is US 218, Iowa 27. We're just going to follow this due south somewhat. I use that term loosely. South all the way down to Missouri. Then we'll enter into Missouri. That'll turn into Missouri 27, then US 61. And then, we'll work our way down to I-70, I-57, I-24, I-65. We're going to be on a whole bunch of different roads. Down through Paducah, down through Nashville, heading towards the Huntsville area, which is where Athens, Alabama's at. Really in the very northern part of the state. Iowa National Guard right here up to our right. I know you all were interested, so there it is. Yeah. Get our cruise set up at 65 again, where it needs to be. And we're just going to roll. All right, so we got 105 on the old clock on the wall. Why are we switching lanes here, people? That's the problem with trying to get somewhere too fast. Ooh, I'm going to go here. Get over there. Blah, 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 blah. Slow down. You'll get wherever you need to get to will still be there. It ain't going anywhere. Some big warehouse that weighs 4 million pounds glued to the ground is not going anywhere. You don't have to try catching it. Culver's, you want a good burger? Go to Culver's. Unfortunately, I'm not stopping there now because, well, A, the wife wouldn't let me have a burger anyway, so there you go. B, I got someplace to be, but I'm not going to waste my time just for a burger, no matter how good it is. And Culver's Butterburgers, they're excellent. I'm not going to complain about that. One of the best things to ever come out of Wisconsin. I'm sorry. I mean, the first Culver's I had was last year, I think it was the first time I had Culver's. And man, was I impressed. I mean, they're kind of like the Chick-fil-A for hamburgers. I mean, quality burger, tasted good. Well, shalom. Hey, Dana, you and Jack stay safe out on the road or in the mobile home. Hopefully, mosquitoes aren't biting you to death out there. Remember, Dana, knit 1, purl 2. There you go. Remember to count all your stitches. You don't want to be dropping none. You don't pull it too tight. You have to rip them all out. You don't need to be doing that. Yeah, so, just like I said, Culver's, for me, that's one of those places that I've had, the single time I've been to one, I had excellent service. No, I've been to Culver's twice. Sorry, twice. The first time was in Georgia, near Ackworth, Georgia. The second time was up here in, I think it was Moline, Rock Island. I had it there too. And both times, the restaurant was really clean. The employees were attentive, but not annoying. They were presentable. They were polite. Hey, how you doing? What can I get for you? Thank you, sir. Please come again. Walking by my table, can I get you anything? Got everything you need? Just a really great experience at a Culver's. Like I said, one of the best things to come out of Wisconsin ever. And on my way through Wisconsin yesterday, up to my delivery, and if I had the time to stop, I mean, there were plenty of Quick Trip and Quick Star restaurant, truck stops I could have stopped at and walked right across the street and got some Culver's. I mean, kind of kicking myself now that I didn't, but it'll still be there. But I had kind of a fried chicken craving, so Quick Trip, Quick Star. I got my lunch there, so wasn't too bad. Congratulations, you have available credit. I know. I'm just not using it. There's nothing I need at the moment. Excuse me. Alrighty. The 218 Tap. I guess that's a restaurant. Casey's is not a bad place to stop for a truck driver. I mean, better than Pilot Flying J, better than Love, better than TA Petro, Road Ranger. Whatnot. So we got about $41 Wish I had $41. I could retire. No, I got 41 miles down here to the Pilot Flying J here in Mount Pleasant / Ottumwa. No, we're gonna get near Ottumwa, but we're gonna pop in here. I might go ahead and fill the truck up here. I'm gonna check to see what the price of fuel is there and down the road a little ways in Missouri. I mean, like I said, I'm just at a little under half a tank, so I can go, several hundred miles today before I need to fill up. So we'll see where we're going to fill up today, and then I'm going to try to go till about 7 o'clock, maybe 8 today. Make as much distance today as I can. I'm going to try to time it for when the curfew times are, because I'm an oversized load. My curfew times will be determined, like half an hour before sunrise. So I want to time when I stop for 10 hours to that point for when I can be on the road. So 10 minutes before sunrise, start my pre-trip. Make sure everything's tight, lights work, tires around, mud flaps are flappy, all that jazz. So we can maximize the day tomorrow as well. Get there early in the day as possible. Now, if I can get there as close to noon as possible, so we can have the chance of getting our next load assigned and get to our next shipper, get loaded, secured, flagged up if needed, get our permits, whatever needed for that, and then get down the road at least 50 miles to a place to park, or however far down the road we can actually get, and go from there. All right, so my phone is telling me the battery is not charging. I don't know why. I think maybe I have a damaged cord here, so I'm going to say thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. I don't know why anybody watches some idiot truck driver go down the road and listen to him blah, 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 run his mouth, but I guess y'all are gluttons for punishment. You guys doing penance or something, Are your lives that boring? Yes, sir, yes, sir. So probably tomorrow we'll do another live. And then maybe I'll do an unloading video, depending on when I get there. That'll probably be sometime after noon Central Time. I might put the camera, set the phone up, and kind of show the process of how we unload stuff with an RGN trailer. We'll see what we can do. So until then, stay safe. God bless. Have a good day. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. See you then.